Hi there, what's up guys? This is Max Klemenko with you, and today I want to talk about TikTok. You have probably heard about this app, but I think you're massively confused about what this app actually is and what it can do for you, regardless of what your kind of occupation is or what your ambitions are. Oh, did you see that I'm wearing shorts? Yeah, I'm wearing shorts. Nudity. A little piece of nudity in the video. Oh, be careful. What are you doing, Max? So I will do a series of videos on about TikTok and what to do on TikTok and why you should have one, and once you have one, what to do in order to firstly kind of apply yourself creatively, and secondly find ways in which you can benefit your life. So TikTok is a social media platform. As of now, it depends on the estimates. You know, the Chinese estimates, they have 1.2 billion users. If these are the kind of the US European estimates, they have around 800 million. This video will be very high level, and I'm just going to share 5 things that I learned having been on TikTok for about 3-4 months, and having like 12 million views or something like that, million likes, and a couple of dozen of thousands of followers. I know a thing or two about what TikTok is because I just spend ridiculous amounts of time on it. I think point number 1 in which TikTok is unique from other social media platforms, and it differs quite massively, is that it's really based around music and sounds. Like Musical.ly was pretty much completely dancing / lip syncing app, and then TikTok now has different types of content. It has a lot of dancing, it has a lot of lip syncing, it has a lot of just stupid stuff. It also has some educational channels, some comedy channels, but a lot of them kind of still rely on sounds from films or from shows or just music, trending music. The vibe of TikTok is built around sound, even though there are different types of content now. So I think the first thing to realize about TikTok is that similar to Snapchat had the filters, right, in a sense of like this type of augmented reality, changing face, changing characteristics of a person in some way, changing voice and stories. That was Snapchat's thing. This is how it helped you kind of create, and how it kept the content coherent from various creators, across various creators on the platform. Instagram was firstly about filters, right? That was the big kind of the aesthetic element of what Instagram was not just photos, but it's, you know, the filters. Some of them are iconic, like Valencia X Pro and all those. Like you know about those because that was the selling point of Instagram for a long time, before it switched to videos in order to kill Vine, and then it introduced stories in order to kill Snapchat. But that's another story. That's just Zuckerberg at work. The difference number 2, and this one is actually humongous if you think about economics and commerce and global business, is that TikTok is a Chinese company. And it's the first time that Chinese social media company is, by some metrics, outpacing, you know, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, and the YouTubes, and it's capturing the attention of, you know, very young audiences. As you would know, TikTok is majority of TikTok is under 24, a large percentage is under 16. But it's the first time that a Chinese company actually managed to navigate the Western consumer. The first time a Chinese company is having this type of exposure and this type of impact in terms of cultural conversation, because social media is where trends are born. This is where conversations are born, where they develop and die. So like a Chinese company is a platform where the Western culture is developing now. So that is definitely interesting to watch and interesting to see is if it's going to be any different from the American big tech firms that dominate in our lives as of now. The point number 3 that I want to make about TikTok, and kind of looking more into the differences between different platforms, you know, comparing TikTok to Instagram and YouTube, TikTok really gives the users what they want. So you have a For You page, which is apart from the kind of the feed of your following, you have a For You page in which you just scroll through vertical videos, and you can only consume one at a time, but TikTok is about to change that. The videos that TikTok recommends are based on what you watch, and it isn't as much about brand of a certain creator or how established are they. It's really about whether you like this type of content. So I think what's good about TikTok is that, you know, smaller creators that have something to offer, something that people want, will face less friction trying to develop themselves on the platform compared to some of the bigger, more established players. So I think TikTok is unique in a way that it really gives the audience what they want. Like if you watch a bunch of like kind of animal videos and stuff like that, it doesn't matter which creator is posting them. They will just give you animal videos. And if you're a small creator who can do animal videos, fine, then you will get some traction going. If it's based on a certain song that you like, TikTok will give you various videos to consume that are using the sound. And it's not necessary that you follow that person or that you're likely to follow that person. It's just purely the fact that you like this type of stuff. So TikTok will give more to you. So I think in terms of giving you what you want, regardless of who makes it, is both good and bad for creators, in a sense that maybe your brand image isn't worth as much, but at the same time it's easier to break into various niches. But I think it's definitely a win for the consumer, because in a very pure sense you get what you want. Point number 4 is kind of linked to that, to the money question, to the advertising question, but it's more about the creator's side. So right now videos, as I said, aren't monetized. But the way you can get paid is through gifts, and the gifts can be given to you by your audience when you do a live stream. So when you do a live stream, audience can invest in a certain number of coins on TikTok, and then they can buy gifts for those coins. And how it works is that once you have a certain amount, you can withdraw it, paying all the taxes and all that stuff from the TikTok account. So there are some problems with it. One is that obviously it is kind of dodgy in a way that you don't know if, for example, a person is given their own money or they're giving their parents' money or something like that, especially if you have younger audience. And also it's a bit strange that the fact that you have to go live in order to receive any kind of remuneration is also kind of strange. And I also don't like the types of exchanges that happen on lives. For example, I'll give you a shout out, or like I will rate your name on my t-shirt if you give me £100 worth of gifts. Like that, it just seems a bit off to me. It just seems a bit toxic to me as a concept. So this is very similar to the way that streaming platforms are monetized, and also the erotic channels. Obviously, a friend of mine just told me about this. I don't know myself. I mean, what, erotic? What? I don't know what it is. But streaming platforms, yes, like Twitch and so on and so forth. It's a very similar thing of like in a live stream you can donate some sort of a token that later can be converted into currency. So that's point number 4. And point number 5, wait, this is 10, surely. Oh, look, quick fix. Point number 5. I guess point number 5 is more of a question, something that confuses me, something I'm wondering about, rather than an answer that provides you value. But I don't understand why people don't take TikTok seriously, given the numbers that it's showing. Like, it is already a very established social media among some audiences. I think more than 50% of TikTok audience isn't available on any other social media. I mean, as in this is a massive market. I guess the reason why is that it has to age up a bit to be considered kind of like a serious contender in this content game that we have. But to me, it seems obvious that if it keeps developing at the same level, if it doesn't make mistakes, then there is so much potential for the platform to age up and mature. So I think this is kind of something that is just peculiar to me. Maybe it's because it's a Chinese company. Maybe it's because it's too young. I don't know. Maybe people just don't want to change, or they think Facebook and Instagram are the holy grail of social media and nothing will ever be able to come close. I think TikTok is, in its potential, it is pretty close. And it definitely has a lot of money, and it has a lot of interesting ideas and a lot of support for creators. But that's a topic for another video. This was supposed to be just 5 very high-level points that I've noticed using TikTok. Let me know if you want me to make more videos about TikTok and about what you can do, or share some of my experience with my TikTok profile or channel. What's the right terminology? TikTok account. it can be a challenge. Anyways, so if you want me to share kind of those bits and bobs, I will be doing that anyways, actually, regardless of whether you want it or not. But let me know in the comments if you want more videos, and what exactly do you want to know about the platform, and what angle should I take. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and as TikTok says, make every second count. Bye! I didn't hit it right. It was perfect, but I didn't hit it right. You know what? I'm gonna come closer. Bye!